What's up, everybody? Welcome to Game Moose episode 133. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Turford, alongside the tattooed one, Brock McLaughlin.
Hi.
And
I was staring at a stain on my shirt, and I don't know if it's blood or lipstick. Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah, probably a bit of both.
Maybe both.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The lifestyle that you live.
It's a dangerous lifestyle I live. Living fast here.
Cosmetics and bodily fluids.
It's too much. And the tattooed one, Drew McMillan.
Are we both the tattooed one?
You're both the tattoo.
Well,
you both have tattoos.
Yeah, we both have tattoos. I have a new tattoo. I recently got a new.
I'm the weirdo at the podcast who doesn't have any tattoos.
That's true. We're gonna have to.
Plain Jane.
We're gonna have to fix that.
That's
we're gonna go get you.
I'm probably okay.
We'll get you a Metroid tattoo.
Nah.
Yeah.
No tattoos for Ryan.
Yeah, get a little baby Metroid right over your heart.
I've got this clean look, Drew, that just never goes out of style.
Actually, I kind of want to. I think it'd be hilarious if you got like a tattoo of like Mother Brain's like brain, and it said "Mom" underneath it, like a banner that said like the classic. That'd be great.
I think it should say "I like giving brains."
That's both of those are really weird.
It's not on theme though. I made a real good like Mother Brain joke, and I don't know what you're talking about. Giving brains?
This is what happens when Brock and Drew are both here at the same time.
Just Urban Dictionary it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Giving brains.
I'm scared.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
Oh, do not Google it.
No.
Do not Google it.
I know what you're thinking.
You were just telling him to do it.
I should Google this, but don't do that.
Please don't. And of course, this being the Game Moose podcast, you can find us each and every week on Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time over at game-moose.com, as well as podcast services like Spreaker or iTunes. Just search for Game Moose, look us up. Subscribe to us, share us with your friends. If you like what we do, write us a review. Give us those stars we like on iTunes, or write us a review. It really helps the metrics. You can also check out our YouTube channel. Just go to game-moose.com/video, and you can watch our videos there. Anyways, on this week's episode, we are going to talk about Def Jam Records, because what video game podcast would be complete if we didn't talk about Def Jam Records?
Def Jam?
Def Jam. I can't speak today.
Oh, he's saying Def Jam.
I'm saying Def Jam, but I'm flubbing it up.
But I'm hearing Jeff Jam, which is a different.
I heard Jeff Jam too. And
No,
who's Jeff Jam?
I mispronounced because I'm very sleepy.
Yeah, Ryan's tired. We gotta give Ryan a break.
That's not true.
He had that early morning work shift, and then now he stayed up for us so that we can make the.
Well, I normally would have taken
magic.
a nap, but I can't. But yeah, we don't have time to do that. We're also going to talk about Persona Q2 because I'm really excited about that as well, and we're going to talk about other things. But first,
yes,
I should point out Drew asked before the show why I'm wearing a hockey jersey today. For those audio listeners at home, I'm wearing a Calgary Flames away jersey because I'm wearing a Jerome Iginla jersey. He's my favorite hockey player, and he's retired this week.
Yeah, and also Ryan supports Calgary because he's a degenerate fuck.
Wow.
And lives in Toronto. And what are you doing?
What are you talking about?
It's also so hot in here, and you're wearing a hockey jersey. I don't know how you're keeping that on.
Actually, hockey jerseys are surprisingly cool, Brock.
They are not cool at all.
They breathe.
Yeah.
Didn't you, Brock? You played some AAA or something.
I played hockey all my life. I would not wear a hockey jersey. They're hot.
Hockey? Yeah,
they're hot.
I mean,
I used to wear a hockey jersey, like that was like my poolside attire for a long time. Back when I was a big Martin Brodeur fan. I wear my Brodeur jersey.
I was a Sacky guy.
Yeah. Very nice. You know what it did for me? Just like baseball, the hockey strike, the player strike happened, and then I just lost interest because I'm not that dedicated to sports.
Right.
So if I don't have constant input, then I kind of lose interest.
You love beach volleyball, though.
I'm a big beach volleyball fan, but that's not really about the sporting. It's more about the fashion. Let's be real.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I like sports with good fashion.
That's why I play Dead or Alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
For the beach volleyball.
Of course.
Yeah.
Even though they don't make those anymore.
It's too bad.
They should. They really should bring it back.
It is a missed opportunity.
I mean, have you guys seen what they're doing with Dead or Alive 6? It's very away from it. They're running it as far away from that direction as.
Are you saying they're shrinking the boobs?
Yeah. Is the realistic boob jiggle? Is it gone?
It's gone.
Oh,
and so is the outfits, the attire.
That's too bad.
I know they're mostly wearing like combat outfits.
I was hoping that like they would apply that good body physics to like other body parts, like the ding dong. right?
I mean, there's obviously going to be some movement in there if you're playing volleyball.
The hang down. I recently saw a slow motion video of like a very muscly gentleman wearing shorts, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is a great video." And I watched him like he's just he's a good looking dude, and he's all muscly and stuff. And then I was like, "Oh, you can see his ding dong flopping in his basketball shorts."
Neat.
You just had to look a little carefully, and then you could see it flopping around.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad that we know what you're looking up.
Yeah, so I just feel like that's a technology that they could leverage in video games, like Dark Souls. You know, like let's get that in Dark Souls.
Well, you got it in Conan.
You have too much armor in Dark Souls, though.
Not enough.
Yeah. Skyrim?
Skyrim, yeah.
Skyrim dong?
Lots of physics in Skyrim, you know. Put a cheese wheel on it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you can get flung like 100 feet into the air by a giant, they can implement that technology.
Yeah, like you can Fusro Da your wiener and make it flip-flop. Why not? So I'm just saying, lots of missed opportunities. And Dead or Alive did a lot of stuff for video games, namely jiggling boobs, and I just feel like it's a real shame that they're moving away from that.
To be fair,
hopefully Jack Jeff James Games will make it happen.
What are you?
Jeff? What is it? James Jeff?
I don't even know
Jeff
what you're
Jeff Jam Records?
Jeff Jam Records?
Jeff Jam Records? Jeff Jam Games? They can make a new boob game.
Now, to be fair, Dead or Alive, a really fun fighting game. I actually really like the Dead or Alive series, despite the boob physics surrounding it.
The other gross. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same.
It's really fun to play because I love the counter system that they impose, which is very different from a lot of other fighting games.
I feel the same way about Soul Calibur. I love Soul Calibur in spite of Ivy as a character.
Right.
And like her costume getting smaller and her boobs somehow getting bigger every iteration.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, again, that they're doing the same thing with Soul Calibur 6 later this year, where it's like they're moving away from that as well, or at least you can tell there's a movement.
Cool.
In place.
Cool.
I mean, they're also made by like the same company. So,
it'd be great if we got that character who was from Halo back, you know, that Spartan character,
that female Spartan,
Kelly, I think.
She only had like the Spartan designation. It was like a D-105 or something stupid.
Yeah,
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played Dead or Alive 4.
Yeah, get a Spartan in there. What happened to like guest characters in fighting games in general? That was just like that was a thing.
Injustice 2 had so many.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of like what they do now. That's what NetherRealm. That's what NetherRealm does with their DLC, right? Yeah. They bring in all the funky guest characters. Like they did the whole
like
slasher.
The
yeah, they did the whole like horror series, right?
Yeah.
Which was kind of. I thought was kind of lazy and stupid because it's just like like people were into Mortal Kombat or into metal and then
but they liked Freddy so much in Mortal Kombat that they had to bring all the horror characters to the new one.
Yeah, including Jason, right? Like
Jason Voorhees.
Despite the now legal quagmire that is anything Jason Voorhees related.
Yeah, or just Friday the 13the's related in general. Yeah, which makes me sad because I love Friday the 13th. But it's so cheesy, but it's so good.
It is. Yeah. I mean, there's some interesting things there.
You're just a big fan of The Man Behind the Mask, which is the Alice Cooper music video featuring Jason Voorhees. It's from Friday the 13th, Part 6.
No, I understand. Yeah.
It's a good music video. You should go watch it.
Okay, cool. I actually really like the Jason lore, like, because it starts off as just like a very typical, like, nonsensical sort of like just goofy slasher thing.
Right.
Especially because like the whole...
Then it gets really goofy, though.
The villain of the first movie is not Jason.
No.
Jason is...
Spoiler alert for Friday the 13th. It's his mom.
The movie that came out in like 1980. It's his mom is the killer.
They let Jason drown in the lake, even though he... is alive for the rest of the movie.
Jason doesn't become a character until the second one, and then he's the villain ongoing for and like he doesn't really become a supernatural villain until like way later in the series.
6.
Yeah, essentially, with the whole thing where like Tommy sticks the thing in his heart.
Because in Friday the 13th Part 5, he actually isn't the villain at all. It's a different guy. It's Roy Burns.
Yeah,
who's like a doctor.
Yeah, who's pretending to be Jason.
Yeah, who is pretending to be Jason.
Yeah, the whole series is fucking weird.
Yeah,
but after 6, like that's when he becomes like a supernatural villain, and that kind of goes.
That's also when they bring in Kane Hodder with Part 7, where he like really adds to the character of Jason.
That's really where like Jason becomes its own thing, and it has a lot more in common with Freddy at that point, or like the other sort of like supernatural slasher kind of characters at that stage.
Now, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Fun fact: that movie takes place in the year 2001.
Yes.
Where hair metal still exists.
Yeah. It's a weird alternate universe where
like the 80s just continued.
And
the 2000s.
And toxic waste is something that apparently Manhattan just flushes down.
Floods at midnight.
Every night.
Every night at midnight.
It's not a world I want to live in.
Yeah. Another fun fact about Jason Takes Manhattan. Most of that movie does not take place in Manhattan because they didn't have the budget for it.
Well, it's not even just that they didn't have the budget for it. Most of it takes place on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And then when they finally get to Manhattan, most of it's filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah. It was they didn't have money to shoot in a city. It was much cheaper to shoot on the whole boat set. So that's what they
just
did.
would have filmed in like the Vancouver docks and back alleys.
Why not?
Essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the one shot in Times Square, which is actually in Times Square, and it's an amazing shot. But everything else, not New York.
Nope.
Well, that was a good talk, guys.
Ooh, fun tangent there.
As people at home may have surmised, it's been a slow weekend game.
Yeah, it's a hot one in the city of Toronto today.
Yeah.
Caribana was yesterday, or the Toronto Caribbean Festival. There's some legal nonsense involving that. People were like trying to like sue for the name and stuff. Whatever. People still managed to do the thing. Have the traditional Caribbean, like
I went
parade.
And danced.
Did you dance?
Yeah.
It's interesting. So where I live, my neighborhood is like right in the middle of where all of this stuff happens. And lots of people visiting the neighborhood, which is always fun because it brings a lot of people, it injects a lot of
is it like
money,
that episode of Family Guy with the Leafers?
Money into the community. It's a little bit like the Leafers. I mean, that's kind of what happens in my neighborhood all the time, right? Like there's a bunch of different events that happen. This one is unique in that it's the only time other than perhaps Halloween, where you can see just discarded underwear everywhere. Everywhere. There's
shoes and underwear everywhere.
There's for me it was like the pieces, the various pieces, like the Caribana, like traditional costumes that they wear. Obviously, to a certain point, like they're an important part of the parade, but then people get fed up and like just sort of discard them. So like my partner and I were like walking through the park, and there was like 4 pairs of like underwear and various headdresses just like all over the place. To be clear, I don't think it's like the only thing they're wearing. I think they wear it over. I don't know. I don't understand how this works, but it looked like you wouldn't want to wear it as your only pair of like bottoms, for example.
No.
Yeah. Because it was, I think, it had some like leather or something going on there, and it would have been perhaps uncomfortable to have it directly on the junk. You wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
lots going on in the city. Not a lot video game related.
No, in fact, Brock and I talked about this last week, but it's like it seems like abnormally quiet for a summer. I can't remember a video game summer that's been like this much of a lull in a video game.
Everyone's
in a long time.
Everyone's putting their heads down until Madden comes out. Just shutting the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, that behemoth, that's World of Warcraft. Everyone's getting out of the way of it. That's what's really happening.
Gamescom is coming. So,
that's true. We're going to hear about
stuff
some
there.
Including one story that is that we're going to talk about in a bit. It's like something we're going to hear at Gamescom.
Our friends at Dell have already reached out to us and said, like, hey, we've got some announcements for Gamescom, so expect that.
See, that's exciting.
I will be talking about that as soon as that. I think on the 14th there's a webcast, and I'll be participating in that.
Sweet. So, anyways, speaking of Dell, segue. We're going to talk about our one big topic this week. Drew.
Yes?
We're going to talk about home gaming setups. So what our gaming setup is at home, and we're going to sort of go through each of us like what our setup is at home.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun topic.
We've been going through some changes. You've been setting some stuff up.
I've totally rearranged my apartment this week.
I can see we're looking at it right now. So in the studio here, we've got your shelf here with all of your consoles laid out, your retro consoles, I should say, on the shelf here to the left. Yeah. So we got the SNES. You got that good transparent green N64 joint.
It's jungle green,
but it's transparent. Yes. Yeah.
And then the platinum GameCube.
The platinum GameCube, but now that's not the one that plays DVDs.
No.
Right?
No, that's the Panasonic GameCube.
Right. That was a very special one. And then you got that's a Retron up on the top left.
Retron 5 with my Game Gear adapter on the top of it.
Ooh.
Next to it is my Sega Genesis Model 2. And then to the right of that is my VGA modded Dreamcast.
Very nice. Yeah. So that's the whole retro setup. Now, how are you getting all this stuff into your TV, though? That's the $1 million question.
Well, the cables are sort of in boxes right now. I'm trying to figure out. This is why we're having this discussion.
Exactly.
Because I've been in the process of trying to figure out how I'm going to hook all this stuff up to my TV.
Yeah.
I'm going to brainstorm this stuff. While you Drew, are thinking about getting a 4K TV.
Yes, yeah. So that's definitely on the list of I got to get a 4K TV. I have a big 4K computer monitor, but I don't have a 4K television. And the other thing too is like so as a consequence, I have in the office I have the PC monitor that's hooked up to one console, and then in the living room I have a console hooked up to my 1080p TV. It's a decent TV, but it's not 4K.
Yeah,
and because I live in a narrow, weird condo, the setup is a little strange. So the TV is on the opposite wall of the sort of long, narrow condo. And then my landlord years ago had a contractor run an HDMI cable through the ceiling and down back to the other side of where the couch is so that you can have like an entertainment center there, and you have to get up and go over and, over on that wall, there wouldn't be enough room there anyway to have like an entertainment unit or something. Right. It's the whole place is too narrow.
The width of your apartment is about the length of like the width of my apartment almost.
Yeah.
Even though your place is bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. And mine's long and narrow, just like a lot of condos are. So they can pack them in there. And so figuring out where I put the consoles has always been a thing. And then like even like stacking them in the corner is not great. And then like, they don't get the ventilation isn't fantastic.
Right.
So I discovered something really cool. They're called Hide It mounts. There's a bunch of different brands that are out there, but Hide It is a particular brand. And you can mount your consoles right on your wall. And you can even I could mount them right on the wall next to the TV if I so chose, if I wanted to do that. But what I think I'm going to do is mount them on the wall, sort of like on the opposite wall, and then run all the wires down the wall using like cable hides. Because there are a lot of people that do that, make it look all cool. You can even do stuff where you can like mount your console to the back of your TV because they use like the standard VESA mounts. Mm-hmm. So you could hide all of your consoles behind your TV if you had room and your wall mount was strong enough for that. So yeah, I've got the mount sitting at home and I'm just getting ready to do that. So like gonna mount the consoles on the wall and then have like a little 4K HDMI switcher. So then I'm like future proof for when I get the 4K TV. Mm-hmm. So now I can have my PS4, my Switch, and my Xbox One all hooked up all at the same time. And then even I've got enough room on that to have like my gaming PC and stuff like that hooked up to it as well. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. So I'm doing that now. The thing I just did was one of the problems I had was the plug that was there didn't work. So I had to replace it. So I decided to replace it with a plug that has built-in USB ports on it, charging ports on it. So that I can charge my controllers using the plug. So I've replaced both plugs now they have built-in USB, and then I can have a power bar going into it as well.
Hey. I
would recommend that. I'm at a certain point I want to change, like if I ever built a house or owned a house, I would change every single plug to have built-in USB ports. Like it's so handy.
Yeah, it's so ubiquitous now. It's weird that we're at a place where that's not the standard.
I even got I recently bought like a brick. It's like an Anchor. It's made by the company Anchor, and it's got ANKER. It's got 4 high-speed USB charging ports on it, and it's got a USB C charging port on it. I can use that to charge my MacBook and at the same time have like my 2 phones because I'm apparently a drug dealer. That's a work thing, and so I charge my 2 phones
a
and
drug dealing work thing.
Drug dealing is work. Yes. It's hard.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
You seem to know an awful lot about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to get out there. You got to. Yeah. What?
I'm so confused right now.
But so I've got like an Anchor charger that will do like all of my phones and my MacBook Pro at the same time, which is really handy. I'm so happy with like how my setup is now. It was so inconvenient for a long time. And required reading for those of you out there. I used to do like the plane charge kit for my my controllers, and the batteries. I don't know the plane charge kit batteries I got when I got my Xbox One like years ago. They're toast. They last like maybe like 5 minutes now. Instead, I went in the direction a lot of people have been telling me, and I got Eneloops. So those are Panasonic's rechargeable batteries.
But rechargeable AA's?
Rechargeable AA's. Okay. But I got Eneloop Pros. So Eneloop Pros they have 500 recharge cycles. Unlike the normal Eneloops that have like 3,000 or something, but the batteries themselves last a lot longer inside the device. So like they give you something like 15 hours.
Oh, it's more approaching the territory of the Switch Pro controller, which lasts for fucking ever.
Yeah, so it lasts a really, 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 really long time, the batteries, and then they charge real quick too, which is nice. Yeah. So Eneloop Pros,
Nice.
That's my recommendation.
That's one of the nice things about the Xbox One controller is that even though I hate AA batteries, you can go with an option like that. Whereas the PS4, you're kind of stuck with.
Yeah, that's always the bummer with the PS4 is that like if it dies, like you can't just. There's nothing you can do. You just have to plug it in.
Right.
Though, granted, because I have those USB ports everywhere, and I have a bunch of those like really nice braided USB micro B charging things. I can just plug it into the wall anywhere now. So, which is also nice. So, I would recommend that. It's changed my life. I'm so happy. I can't wait to go home and like wall mount shit and like do some cable organization and stuff like that. Wall mount my internet router and it's gonna look so hot. I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures. You'll see.
Cool. You should put on some overalls. Just overalls.
Yeah.
Drew the Builder.
I mean, you just gotta roll right into it.
Does Bob wear a shirt?
He can mount it.
Yeah.
And he can mount you after.
Yeah.
That could be your catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, I mean, I like you suggesting like I do like porn, like Bob the Builder, but like video game porn.
Yes.
Like, is this like your recent discovery, Fortnite?
Fortnite is amazing.
Yeah.
Fortnite is very good.
Yeah.
Top quality porn.
Wow.
Yes. For those that don't know, there's a Fortnite porn parody called Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
Yes.
And it's when Brock starts up his browser, it's just his homepage now.
It is, yes.
Yeah. On his phone, on his laptop, on whatever. Just on his work computer, everything.
And if you think one of those guys looked familiar in it, it's because it's me.
Yeah.
Yes. I am in Fortnite.
Jesus Christ.
Now, the question is, what role do V-Bucks play in Fortnite?
Well, the V-Bucks get you into the vagina.
Yeah.
Now we know what Brock's gaming setup is like. It's just fucking Fortnite.
I just threw out all my systems. I only play Fortnite now. I don't even need my PS4 anymore or my Switch. I just play Fortnite.
You're not playing Fortnite on the Switch?
I get killed so fast on the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't like the Switch version.
Really?
It's good. It's okay, but it's not great.
Cool.
It's really hard to see.
Yeah.
If you're just playing on the handheld.
So you're mostly playing on Xbox?
Yeah, I play on Xbox.
Nice.
And sometimes even PC now.
Oh, geez.
Cool.
Yeah.
What? You're one of these dorks that plays on PC?
Yeah, I am turning one of these dorks. Can't get enough.
But I'm assuming that
Fucking drivers and shit.
can you your Fortnite account? Can you go between PS4 and PC?
No.
You
can only do PS4 is only PS4. So
okay.
I have V-Bucks on there that I'll never use.
Right.
But my V-Bucks work on everything else.
See, that's kind of.
That's Sony. That's not.
I know.
That's shitty.
That continues to be the Sony thing. Yeah. All
Well,
right.
I mean, it's been so long, the outcry has sort of died down on that. I don't think they're ever going to change it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah,
I think if they were going to, they would have done it by now.
All right, Ryan, let's talk something weird here because we had this conversation recently about
on.
what?
I wanted to get Brock's opinion.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, what's your home setup?
What's your home
other
setup,
than
Brock?
throwing out everything and just playing Fortnite on PC?
I have this big IKEA thing that like mounts everything around. So it's like one of those
entertainment centers.
Those entertainment centers.
You had it set up when I was at your place last.
Yeah. I have like the TV. I have the lights behind the TV now. I have a sound bar and then surround sound.
Yeah. Funnily enough, the only reason why I've been over to Brock's place is to help him mount things.
This is true.
Yeah.
You came over to mount things.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
you gotta
you,
get Dad
and then
to
you
help you
mounted
out.
me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was payment.
Yeah.
No, I just have the consoles all around and a bunch of toys.
Yeah.
It's nothing exciting.
Yeah. You just do straight up like.
It's loud.
Yeah. You've got a big square, like your bachelor pad, the main floor is like it's bed and then
my computer in the corner.
The office area.
The computer's moved to the girlfriend's so I can play Fortnite at hers.
But like
So that's why you're playing on PC.
It's at least square. Like you have an even amount of space on each end,
Yes,
right? Like unlike the submarine shaped condo I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the lights behind the TV. They're so cheap.
Yeah.
Are they?
Oh, you got the bias lights going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. They're like $20.
Are they like colored lights?
Yeah.
Or, okay,
Yeah, you can change the color.
because I was looking at those too because they're really cheap.
They're
like
really
$20.
They're really cool. They just plug into the USB on the back of the.
Yeah, so that they get the power from the USB in the back of the TV, and then they self-adhere to the TV itself, right?
Yes.
You got little sticky things.
Yeah, they're really easy to apply. I was looking at ones that match your TV, but I couldn't find any ones that like actually really did that. Like they move, like they match the action on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's so few things that actually like
That's
with that.
probably tough to interface with.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Especially if you have multiple things. Although,
So I can
you're
just-
probably just working with your. Xbox,
It has like
so.
50 colors. I just can change it to wherever I want or have it on rotation or whatever.
That's
One
really
of the things I was looking at TVs when I was looking at 4K TVs. One of the features that Samsung has is a thing where like it's got a little camera built into the back of it, and it will basically put out a picture that is the color of your wall, so it like disappears essentially, because they're almost bezel-less, right? So they've just got a very fine line around them, and then they've got like the zero clearance like mount wall mount, so like it's right up against the wall, and now it's the exact color of your wall all the time, and like it just blends in. It's really weird. Yeah. I'm not going to do that because the way the wall mount in my place works is a little bit more complicated than that. I don't want to take it down.
I was going to say, that's probably like...
I want to deal with that.
That'd be like a couple days worth of work, probably.
Yeah.
Pull all that shit out. So, Drew, before I rudely interrupted you, what were you going to ask me?
Video formats, dude, because you got all these retro consoles, and then you got them going into a 4K TV.
So here's how this works.
And then you tried to capture some stuff recently, and that was a nightmare.
Yeah, so here's the deal with the deal. First of all, if you're a retro gamer at all, this will be really helpful if you want to know how to hook your stuff up. Because first of all, not even just on 4K TVs, but even hooking up retro consoles to 1080p TVs is very problematic. A lot of times, if you just plug in the standard component cable, it looks like shit. It looks awful. It like stretches it out, and it you don't get very good quality out of that cable. So the way I have my setup, because I have a bunch of consoles and they all interact differently with my TV. They have different outputs. Is that, first of all, you'll probably see over there a whole bunch of RCA cables over there.
Yeah.
Hooked into something. I have a component switcher.
Okay.
So basically so I have a bunch of cables hooked in there, and I just plug it into the back of the machine I want to use.
Okay.
And then that switcher is actually hooked into a 1080p upscaler.
Oh, so you got a scaler. So scaler technology is important. People don't realize this. There are scalers built into your TV. And as you implied, most of the TVs, the scalers built into the TVs are dog shit. They're not very good.
Yeah. So even though my scaler doesn't exactly improve the image that it's receiving, because it's not able to really do that. It's not FrameMeister, which is $500, which is designed to do that.
That's the super hot one. That's the one that like people swear by.
Yeah, like if I was actually like a retro YouTuber full time, I would actually say like invest in a FrameMeister, because I think that would be valuable. Yeah. But since I'm not doing that,
it's one of the reasons why that crazy NES was so expensive, is it had
the Super NT. Yeah.
The Super NT has a really good scaler built into it, in addition to some other really intense technology that makes it like the quintessential like retro console for like hardcore Nintendo purists.
But what my upscaler does is it basically just outputs a 1080p source, which is what I need to capture footage. Yeah. Because I use a Elgato HD 60 capture card, which only supports 720p and 1080p sources. So basically the upscaler just makes it so that it looks the way it should look if you play it on a CRT TV, essentially. Yeah. So that's how I have my Nintendo 64, my Super Nintendo, my Sega Genesis hooked up. I also use a Retron 5, as you pointed out as well earlier when we were through my list of consoles. Yep. The Retron 5, a lot of people have problems with it because there's a little bit of sketchiness with the console itself, because it borrows emulation technology in order to play your games. Yeah. But if you're just starting out collecting retro games, I actually think there's no device I would recommend to someone like that more than a Retron 5, because number one, it plays an absurd number of consoles. It plays Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, NES, Famicom, SNES, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, and then Genesis cartridges. Right. Plus, you can get an adapter to play Master System and Game Gear imports, plus normal Game Gear and Master System games. So it's an amazing device if you're just getting into retro gaming and you don't want to deal with the fuss, because games look amazing on it on your 1080p TV. Yeah. And then I was mentioning my Dreamcast is VGA modded. Yeah. So what we were talking about before with different signals is that the VGA mod, I basically have the Dreamcast only outputs in 480p when you connect it via VGA. So basically what I need to do, similar to the composite symbol, in order to capture footage from it, because my capture card, as I mentioned, only accepts 1080p signals. Yeah. So I have to get I have a conversion box that converts the 480p signal to a 1080p signal by HDMI that then now goes to my capture box. Cool. I'm also going to be reviewing a cool product that I will actually be receiving this week for my GameCube, which is one of the reasons I have the GameCube front and center over there. GameCube. Because
is it the Wavebird?
No.
Oh.
If only.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. So the GameCube itself, probably my favorite console of that generation, one of my favorite consoles of all time.
Yep.
There's a cool device called the Eon GameCube HD, which basically uses both the ports on the back of your GameCube to output in HDMI in 1080.
Oh. Interesting.
So I'm actually going to review that for the site with some comparison footage and stuff like that. It's an older device. It's been around for a couple months, but you finally be able to get them in Canada for not ridiculously expensive.
Okay.
It was like a USA, like Castlevania Games and a couple other sites.
Yeah.
It was basically exclusive to the States, essentially. Like It was on USA. It wouldn't even ship here. So I've got that coming this week, so I'm very excited to test that out and play with it. So that's how I have everything set up. I have a 4K TV, as you mentioned, Sony Bravia, and with 4 HDMI ports. So generally, I have like a small, like shitty IKEA entertainment system that's not probably as complicated as Brock's, but it fits all my consoles, which is nice.
So I mean, there's nothing complicated about anything IKEA. Let's be real.
That's true.
It is for me.
Yeah.
I'm just a pretty face.
Well, that is why I had to go over to Brock's house and help him mount things on.
Dad's got to help him out with
that's true.
this device.
Thanks,
I gotta teach him how to use tools and things.
Thanks, Daddy.
I taught him about floating shelves and how floating shelves were. Remember? And you're like, oh, what's this? How do I mount this? And I go, this is a floating shelf, Brock.
Yeah.
This thing goes onto the wall, and the shelf goes on top of it.
Ah, yes, I do remember.
Those shelves are still up, yeah?
They're still up.
Yeah.
They look gorgeous.
Yeah, they good job.
Straight, too.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got the level out and everything.
Straight's not my specialty.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no. No, you're crooked as fuck.
Oh, I'm crooked.
Yeah. Yeah. You're trans.
That's it.
Yeah, not cis. I don't know.
Anyways.
I was learning about that as they're like scientific terms. It's very interesting. Yeah.
So there you go. There's my boring explanation about how to hook up retro consoles to your TV.
Cool.
That's
not boring.
I want to hear about Jeff Jam.
Yeah, let's hear about Jeff Jam.
What's Jeff Jam up to?
Jeff Jam Records.
We got one more segment.
I just want to imagine that it's the whitest guy ever.
The people demand Jeff Jam.
Yeah, just I'm just seeing Channing Tatum now in my mind saying, "My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff."
That is
that dude in a suit.
Is one of my favorite. Like that movie, not great. 22 Jump Street.
22 Jump Street.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But honestly, that one moment where it's he's saying I can't do a Spanish accent, and he makes him do it, and his Spanish accent is, "My name is Jeff." It's like that. It stuck with me.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's comedy gold.
Yeah.
Who knew Channing Tatum had it in?
Yeah. I don't think it was him though. I'm going to say
You're saying that there are other people involved, like writers?
Perhaps.
Are you saying that there are writers on movies and not everything's just improvised?
No. I mean, though, on that set, I imagine quite
I'm
a bit
pretty
was.
sure The Lord of the Rings was improvised.
The whole thing, front to back. Though, if you ask them, like The Hobbit, apparently a lot of it was because they were writing the script as they were going.
Yeah, that's clear. Those movies are bad.
Oh, yeah. Not good.
I know.
Not good.
What about that time that they almost implemented at the end of The Return of the King, a big fight scene between Aragorn and Sauron? I found out recently.
Yeah, that was
supposed to be like the end of that movie. It was like a big fight scene between the two of them at the Black Gate.
Yeah, well, there was supposed to be with the mouth. There's supposed to be a fight.
Well, there was the fight scene with the mouth, but then actual Sauron was going to be.
Yeah, was going to walk out.
Walk out, and they were going to have like a sword duel.
Yeah,
and it would have been weird.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing with the mouth got cut, which sucked. They added it in the special edition. The stuff with the mouth of Sauron in the special edition is very good.
That's the reason why it's 4.5 hours long.
Yes, yeah, just for that scene.
It just never ends.
Nope.
Anyways, before we get into Jeff Jam.
No Houses of the Healing, no Scouring in the Shire. What are you doing? Peter
had
Jackson?
3 fucking movies to stretch that out.
I know.
They still miss so much.
Yeah. They cocked up a bunch of stuff to jam into the movie and then cut stuff out.
They got that brown wizard. He's running around with those squirrels.
Radagast is very important.
What's a brown wizard? It sounds sexual.
Yeah.
That's what Gandalf calls him, though.
Google it.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
Radagast the Brown is he's
like a nature wizard, isn't he? He's kind of like a druid.
Does he
typically
things? In the order of wizards, it was there's like rankings, right? There's and it goes brown, blue, gray, white.
Oh, so he's like a weak wizard.
He's just not the highest ranking of the wizards. And
he's still a wizard.
Yeah, he's a motherfucking wizard. He's an immortal being.
So he's not a mage or an archmage or a warlock. He's a wizard.
Wizards work very differently in Lord of the Rings because wizards aren't humans. They're not human beings in Lord of the Rings. They're very different. Yeah. They're like immortal spirits that have been sent to Earth to help the mortals. Yeah.
Harry Potter the Grey. He's my favorite wizard.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Harry Potter's on Lord of the Rings?
Something different. You're thinking of something different. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Harry Potter's lame. Sorry, Brock.
Wow.
I like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's great. They have Quidditch.
I've actually
10 points to Gryffindor.
The dumbest sport.
Yeah, this is the dumbest sport.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know, it doesn't.
Why they compete against each other when all you have to do is get the snitch?
Well, that's the thing.
They
like,
always get the snitch.
The snitch doesn't make any sense because like it becomes its own game. It's like we're just off.
Just between two people.
They're just off with the snitch over somewhere else while everyone else is doing like no, like get rid of the snitch because it just changes. Like the goal of the game is get enough points or catch the snitch. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any sense because they always catch the snitch.
Yeah,
dumb sport.
Fun fact: I don't know if you guys knew this. I was making fun of Harry Potter, and I really shouldn't. I've never seen or read Harry Potter.
Yeah, you
any of the movies.
Yeah, Harry Potter's funny. You should check out Harry Potter. I'm not gonna hand on Harry Potter. I mean, no, I'm a little old for it.
It doesn't seem like my jam.
And so much as like it became popular for like young people, like when I was a few years older than
that. Is my jam, Ryan? What? Jeff Jam. Let's go.
Jeff Jam.
Jeff Jam.
All right.
Are they bringing back Jeff Jam? Fight for New York?
Is it the sequel to NBA Jam that we all wanted?
No, I want another Def Jam game. Method Man and Ice Cube.
All right,
Redman. Just get Redman. Maybe a tag team
match. Def Jam Fight for New York was awesome.
You know
okay, Method Man and Redman versus RZA and Jizza.
Yeah.
Boom.
With Busta.
Yeah, and Ghostface Killah.
X gonna give it to you.
Apparently, Ludacris, real good guy. I read some like viral story that may or may not be true about him buying someone's groceries, and it was a really sweet story.
I saw him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went to a show.
Were you like, Luda?
Well, he played Fergalicious, and I got really stoned.
He played Fergalicious?
Yeah.
Without Fergie?
Without Fergie.
Wow.
Why not?
Fergalicious, definitious.
He was also a key star in the best Fast and the Furious movie, Too Fast, Too Furious.
The only Fast and Furious movie I've ever seen is Tokyo Drift.
Well, you saw the worst one, though.
No. You saw the only one we're seeing.
Rules. Yeah. I don't want to watch anything with Vin Diesel.
Too Fast, Too Furious. Then watch Too Fast, Too Furious, because it doesn't have Vin Diesel.
It also doesn't have Vin Diesel. Yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious also bad.
No,
very bad.
Hungry.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. The fourth one is really bad, too. That's the one with the Batcave.
Actually, yeah. The fourth one is really bad.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I can imagine. There's a reason why I don't watch those movies. They look awful.
Some of them are good.
That's why it's great, is that it's like a cheesy 80s action movie.
Basically, you want to watch Tokyo Drift and the ones with Rock. That's it.
Rock, not you got to watch Rock, Too Fast, Too Furious. It's good.
Yeah. Tyrese is in that one.
He is.
Yeah.
Well, he's in virtually all of them after that.
He?
Yeah.
He also makes all the dumb decisions in Too Fast, Too Furious as well.
He's basically like the comic relief going forward. He's like the goofy, like spontaneous, like not well planning kind of dumb one.
Yeah.
Just kind of like not what you want out of your only like your major black character in the franchise.
Yeah, so they made him the token character.
Yeah, but at least he survived. At least they've done that.
Yeah, he made it through all the movies, even when they got chased by a sub.
Yeah,
he didn't get killed.
No,
by the sub.
Good for him.
Or the Meg, like the movie The Meg.
That looks awful.
Brock is so excited about the Meg.
Absolutely.
I kind of want to see it.
I like how just advertisements are everywhere for that.
Yeah. Everywhere.
Yeah.
They're really overcompensating for this shitty movie.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's one of those movies that's obviously very heavily co-financed by a Chinese film company, because like a big chunk of it seems to take place somewhere off the shore of some like Macau or something.
Right.
Because
that Chinese company, Tencent.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Because they
got that Fortnite money.
Well, they got literally like half the companies that make video games now.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyways,
Jeff Jam.
All right, I will skip over what we've been playing to go to that, but then we'll come back to that. So this Def Jam story. So the Def Jam Records Twitter page tweeted out a few questions to its followers this week, including who should be on the cover of a hypothetical new Def Jam Vendetta game.
Woo!
It also sounds. They also asked what city should it take place in, because apparently they're all set in cities. Like Fight for New York, obviously in New York, but then like I don't know where Icon took place.
Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive.
So Def Jam
Should be LA.
Icon was the last
LA.
game. Yeah, I mean, they had a whole poll and everything. So yeah, it sounds like a new Def Jam game. They even had like fake PS4 art and stuff for it. Like it looks like it's going to be an actual game that exists.
All right,
I'm excited. I'm excited because those games. I agree with you. They were actually really fun.
They were really fun fighting games. The storylines were ridiculous.
Well, obviously,
I loved it.
Yeah.
They were so much fun.
Oh,
I like why does Missy Elliott want to fight Method Man? Who cares?
Who cares? Let's do it anyway.
Who cares?
They were great games.
Yeah.
the answer is why not?
Yeah.
Why not have Missy Elliott
Why
fight?
not have it?
Anyway,
Missy Elliott
Queen
gonna give it to
Latifah
you.
can kick DMX's ass.
That's DMX.
I know.
But DMX is a pastor now. Will he be in it?
No. He'll bless you before a fight.
So is MC Hammer. MC Hammer is also
That's true.
Also, I don't know enough about like hip hop to know who is or isn't affiliated with Def Jam Records.
Def Jam's kind of falling apart, so I'm curious to see who they get for this.
Yeah.
This is their way of getting back into it, is with the return of Def Jam video games.
Yeah.
Because again, we haven't had one since 2007 with Icon was the last one.
Okay.
That was the one where you could like shake the earth and stuff
So I have a really good idea for
with your
this.
beats.
Do you guys remember S Club 7?
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Who could forget?
Yeah. S Club. Gonna feel you now.
So what you're saying-
Ain't no party like an S Club party.
You do know that there was an S Club 7 video game, right?
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to punch it up a little. So here was my idea. Because the whole thing with S Club is each season was set in a different city, and they like sort of like embrace like a new style of music when they moved. So it was like S Club 7 in LA, and then it was S Club 7 in Miami, presumably so they could do the full penetration without the condoms.
It was a weird episode.
It's the middle of August, of course it is.
That's where they shoot most porn in Miami now.
Oh.
Because they passed a bunch of laws in California that said that if they were going to do porn, that they had to show them wearing condoms. They had to wear condoms because there were huge problems with like STDs and stuff like that. As much as screenings they tried to do. So then Miami said, "No, you can come here and shoot all the porn you want."
They're actually fucking? I thought it was camera tricks.
No, this. Don't you watch it?
Porn's real?
You gotta look carefully at what's going on there.
You just mentioned at the beginning of the show you're in one.
Like cut back to like a
Rewind the tape
cucumber
like
and,
20 minutes ago.
I don't know, like some like an oyster or something. I don't know what's going on there.
There's a weird story going around this week about Seth Rogen teaching Tom Cruise about internet porn, and Tom Cruise had no idea what it was.
I can see that. He seems to like the kind of person who lives like a very insular life.
Tom Cruise's quote was like, You mean I can just watch people like having sex on my computer?"
I can even Seth be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's all there.
Nobody told you about this? I just hope that they're just like
in a weird bubble.
Yeah, Tom Cruise and Seth Rogen are just smoking weed right now somewhere. I'm just feeling good about life. That's what I hope.
Well, I mean, Mission Impossible 6 is opening up huge.
Yeah,
Never seen a Mission Impossible movie either. It's super well reviewed. It's got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Something crazy right now. Anyway, I do digress. Back to S Club 7.
Back to S Club 7.
So here's my idea. S Club 7, instead of in Miami, S Club 7 in Detroit, and they all become hardcore rappers, right? And then they fight the Insane Clown Posse. So you can make a whole video game based on this. It could be Def Jam, S Club versus the ICP, and then just bring in all the other your Def Jam favorites. You get Missy Elliott in there fucking shit up. Maybe she teaches like Hannah how to like do some kung fu stuff.
You know the name of the members.
I just remember Hannah.
Okay.
She was the one. She's cute. I liked her.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe there was one named Paul. I don't know.
I feel like there would definitely be a Chris.
I
think there's definitely a Chris.
There's for sure a Paul.
What about a John? Is there a John?
Probably.
What about a Jeff Jam?
Yeah, so Jeff Jam Records.
Jeff Jam Records is in S Club.
Yeah,
He's the
S
leader
Club.
of S Club. Jeff Jam.
Jeff Jam.
It's got like a title card when he comes in. He's got his own intro music and stuff.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the newest character in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
I have to go home and Photoshop a Jeff Jam Records logo now.
Yay.
You just can't not do it.
No.
You just can't not do it.
Someone's made this joke before.
Clearly. Or someone's
We
flubbed
can't be
something
the first
up.
ones who's like said Jeff Jam Records
I mean,
before.
you never know.
Yeah, the only way I can find out is if I Google it, and I don't think I should. So yeah, so that's my idea for Def Jam, the new Def Jam game. Let's do it.
Cool.
It's weird because fighting games are in a weird place right now. I don't know why anyone would put any money into a very niche fighting game like this.
It's very niche.
You say this, but Arc System Works, that's all they do is just niche
they do niche fighting games. It's true.
And then they always find an audience, and it's great. I love it. I mean, they're announcing another one apparently this weekend.
They have like
Evo.
They have like a built-in audience in Japan though.
They do in North America too.
Yeah. But like for
like
the Def Jam thing, they'd have a bit of an uphill battle.
Yeah, that's true.
They would have to sort of like find their footing again.
Yeah, I think that was the problem with the with Icon and some of the other
if they could,
like the EA because EA published that game.
Yeah, if they could figure out a way to work in the was it the DJ Hero turntables, that'd be pretty good.
Now, to be fair, rap is actually pretty popular in Japan, but you would need to get some Japanese rappers in there.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of too many Japanese.
I don't know any Japanese rappers.
I don't know any Japanese
either personally or
I only know of them because I watch a lot of anime. And you hear Japanese rappers. Anyways, in fact, let's just run through the other two news stories before we jump into what we're playing. So the next one, and this has me excited as a big Persona fan, Persona Q2 has a new title and a Japanese release date. It is now called Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth because it takes place in a movie theater. Somehow, I don't know how that works. It'll arrive on 3DS only. Yes, it's a 3DS exclusive game on November 29th. It'll feature characters and enemies from Persona 3, 4, and 5, and will also feature the female protagonist from Persona 3's PSP version, which is pretty cool.
Sure, okay.
There's no current information on when it's coming out in North America.
Does it have Jack Frost? That's all I care about.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's got to have Jack Frost in it.
Jack Frost was on all three of those games.
Yeah. Hey-ho!
Michael Keaton?
Hey-ho!
Michael Keaton?
Not that.
Jack Frost?
Not that Jack Frost. Jack Frost.
Not like Jack Frost, the Revenge of the Killer Snowman.
No. Yeah, that movie was
I mean, he looks a little bit like him, but yeah, different. Yeah, that movie was weird. There was a scene.
It was really weird.
There was like some real rapey shit in there.
Yeah, that was a really dark movie.
Yeah.
Yep. And then in the sequel, somehow he becomes allergic to bananas and then dies because he gets a whole bunch of bananas dumped on him.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
There's a sequel?
There is a sequel. It's called Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Killer Snowman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes place in the Caribbean. Of course, that's where Snowman.
Well, there's a lot of bananas there.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's
why he's got to watch out.
He's like the aliens from fucking Signs.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to Earth. It's full of water, you idiots. It's mostly water.
That movie was so shitty.
I actually like it.
I hate it.
I like the first third of that movie is a really compelling mystery. Like seeing the alien like in the background and that the one scene where you see it like in the birthday party thing, that's so good. And then there's some other stuff that's not so great.
Mel Gibson.
Mel
Gibson being number one.
He's not awesome in it. Joaquin Phoenix is okay.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got a quiet intensity about him.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the brother.
I mean,
he's the brother.
It's not as bad as War of the Worlds, where the aliens just get sick and then die.
That was also really bad.
That's War of the Worlds, period, though. Like,
well, I know.
That's.
But the Tom Cruise one.
There's so much screaming by Dakota Fanning in that movie.
There's a lot.
There's also like a terrible narration by Morgan Freeman at the end of that movie, and it's just real bad.
I don't know. There are parts of that movie that I find interesting. It did the whole thing with the that was cool, and seeing like people getting like disintegrated in the streets and their clothes just falling down.
I really like the story of War of the Worlds.
Cool.
Like the original.
Like that H.G. Wells shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not so much the Tom Cruise movie.
No. It's too bad.
Last story. Life is Strange 2 got a new teaser trailer.
You bet it did.
It's only like 30 seconds and it has like security footage from like a dash cam in a police car.
Yeah.
Basically, a police officer goes to respond to an incident and he's blown away by some force that knocks his car over.
And he travels through time.
No, it doesn't look like there's time travel in this one. It's getting a full reveal on August 20th, which is the day before Gamescom kicks off.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're getting a Gamescom announcement. It's coming out September 27th, so it's real soon. And we have no idea what's going on.
It turns out the kid from, was it Captain Amazing?
Captain Spirit.
Captain Spirit. Turns out the kid from Captain Spirit grows up, becomes an incel, and then just shoots everybody. That's
dark.
Right. Whoa.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay.
I was watching a documentary about incels before I came here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now you've got them on the brain.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of like how I saw a documentary about Jeff Jam, and I just got Jeff Jam on the brain.
I'm just saying, like, if you feel like really sad and alone and want to hurt yourself, call this telephone numbers, call a crisis support line. That's not good.
I had a dream I got a Donald Duck fanny pack.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like that.
I really wanted it.
Dream.
Yeah.
Then I woke up and realized I was late to be here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
But it was an important dream.
That was that thing. That was when you messaged us and said, "Sorry guys, I woke up late from a nap." That was that dream.
The fanny pack had the bill and everything of Donald.
Why the bill?
Because he has a bill.
I understand that he has a bill.
So it would be the coolest fanny pack ever because I'd look like I have a duck on my crotch.
Yeah, I guess. I like Donald Duck. So fun fact, that's my middle name.
Is Donald Duck?
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Named after Donald J. Trump?
Yeah, I was named after the duck.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was named in the truck I was born in, a Dakota.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romantic.
Is Brock your middle name? What's going on?
My middle name's Dakota.
Your middle name's Dakota, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Your middle name's Brock and your first name's Dakota?
No, my first name's Brock, I think.
I thought you were going with like you went by your middle name kind of situation.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are you the truck that you were conceived in, you said?
Yes.
You're conceived.
A Dakota.
You're conceived in a Dakota.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. I once, my friend Mike, years ago, I crashed on his couch when I was in university, as one does. And I woke up the next morning and he was like, yeah, that couch, that belonged to my parents. I'm like, oh, that's really nice. And and they gave it to me. And then they told me that was the couch that I was conceived on. I'm like, motherfucker, I just slept on that last night. Why are you telling me this now? I would have slept on the floor.
Really? I would have thought about that and jerked off.
No.
Okay.
No. Jeez. Parents are not my style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have a very particular flavor. And it's Fortnite.
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy. Yeah, spicy.
Spicy boys.
Specifically Sean Spicer, the spiciest boy. He's my babe. Yeah, I wish
this is still a very weird episode.
Once again, it's the middle of August. What can people expect?
Oh, yeah,
what have we been playing?
Yeah, we do have to talk about that. So, Brock, I'm going to start with you because I already know the answer and it's an easy one. What have you been playing?
I played some other shit other than Fortnite.
Something other than Fortnite?
I played, let me look it up.
But you told me last week you were going to try a whole bunch of stuff.
Bullshit.
But you
The game's so memorable, he had to write it down.
No, it was an Xbox Games with Gold game. Death Squared. Really fun game.
Oh.
Really great game. It was free. It was till, it is till August 15th.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd recommend checking it out. It's really good. It's a puzzler game. It reminds me of like Super Hot and like Brothers.
I'll fuck with that.
It's cool. It's fun. It's really fun. And then I played... I had to.
When Brock starts just...
I had to. Let me pull up the name of this game.
Is it the Canadian football one?
No, I didn't play the Canadian football game I talked about last week, but I did.
I heard you talk about that.
I did play 8 to Glory, which is a bull riding game, and there's 8 characters and 4 are named Chad.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that the game where there's celebrity bulls?
Yes.
Oh,
wait a minute. Four named Chad? Is that an insult reference again?
Of 8 characters, there's 4 named Chad. It's horrible. It's so bad.
And it's got celebrity bulls.
Do any of the characters fuck though?
No. Okay. No. It's just
especially the Chads. For those of you who don't know, Chad is the in the incel community is a thing that they call like the guy who always gets laid is a Chad.
Well,
so it's interesting. They put them all in this fucking game.
Yeah. It was something.
4 Chads.
It's really bad.
even if they were licensed characters, you got to know that. Like, no, sorry guys, there are too many Chads. We can't put all the Chads in this game. We'll have to save it for the sequel.
I'd also like to say this game was $30. $30.
What platform were you enjoying this particular game on?
Xbox.
Jesus Christ.
I would not recommend spending $30 on bull riding.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know who their audience is. I don't think there's a lot of people that want to bull ride. I'm very confused.
You say this, but EA used to make a yearly lacrosse game.
I remember that. It only lasted like 2 years though. So clearly nobody.
They still keep making NBA Live. Who knows their audience for that either?
So those are the games I played this week.
Nice.
They were Fortnite, working along, trying to get to level 50, getting consistent kills every game now. Just really killing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's I think that.
That's a real Jeff Jam.
Oh, I played a bunch of Death Road to Canada too.
What?
Death Road to Canada?
Death Road to Canada?
Yeah.
It's a game.
I'm hearing Death Road to Canada. I was like, is that Death Row Records? Is that a never hip hop reference?
It's Death Road to Canada. It's really fun. Okay. It's like Oregon Trail, but you're trying to go through a zombie infestation and get into Canada because Canada's safe.
Excellent. Excellent.
You got to go along
It's
the
fun.
road.
Is Canada safe because
There's lots of good boy dogs in it.
I love good boys.
Yeah, and they can, and if you just have a dog left, the dog can pick up a weapon and then start stabbing zombies, and it's really enjoyable.
Isn't that game like Oregon Trail?
Yeah, it's exactly like Oregon Trail.
that's
It's
fine.
literally Oregon
Yeah,
Trail.
yeah.
But with zombies and a lot of Canada references.
So less dysentery. Gotcha.
Yes. It's really fun. It's really well done. I really enjoy that game.
Drew, how about you? What have you been playing this week?
You know what I've been playing.
You've been playing Subnautica again, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I played a little bit on the PC. No, I played.
It's getting an official release soon.
Yes, it's coming out real soon. I played Destiny 2. Getting ready for.
You're actually getting hyped about this.
I'm grinding it out. I'm genuinely excited about the expansion. My love-hate relationship with that game continues. It's still got some of the best shooting ever. The grind is sometimes horrible. So the thing they did right now is they're having the Solstice event. Mm-hmm. It's like the live team thing. It's their summer event, and the whole you have armor that gets progressively better as you do challenges. And you like power it up, and the challenges like the grind feels real bad. I'm doing some of the grinds on some of the exotic weapons. Like I'm doing the sleeper simulant grind, and it involves like just a lot of shit. Just have to do a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm also trying to do the grind for the shotgun from the Curse of Osiris, the Perfect Paradox. That grind also, because that one especially, you just randomly get items from like from public events and from quests and stuff, and it's just whether or not you get it. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't.
Sometimes
and then
it'll be super quick. Sometimes you'll just be there for hours.
Yeah, and then you have to do that 10 times. So it's like you have to get 10 of these things, 10 of this randomly dropped item, which you have like probably about an 80% chance of doing or getting if you do like a public event or doing a strike or something. Yeah. But even at that, like that's a minimum of like 20 minutes every single time. Yeah. And then it's random if you get one or not.
Then you got to go find another public event and then hope that one drops on.
Right. And then if you're trying to do public events on Mars, that's a fucking nightmare because people keep doing Escalation Protocol, and Escalation Protocol delays public events. Right. It's very. There are times where you're just like, who designed this game? Yeah. Why did I get that they wanted to have stuff like endgame stuff for people, and I totally respect that they're trying to cater to that audience because those people were very frustrated. Yeah. And how you ride that line between really hardcore, really dedicated players who treat this game like it's like an MMO and put 5 hours into it every day, versus people like me who are somewhere in the middle between that and casual. Right? I don't know. So they haven't figured it out, but I don't blame them for not figuring it out because that's hard. Nobody really has done an amazing job of that.
It's a tough rope to balance on.
Yeah.
Again, I think a lot of like a couple MMOs, the MMOs I play are actually like are able to toe that line better because the companies developing them like Blizzard or Square Enix have just been been developing those games like MMO games for so long that they've sort of struck that balance. Whereas Bungie, they're still, even though it's only been like 3 or 4 years since Destiny came out, the original one, they haven't been making games like this for that long.
Yeah, totally.
So I think like eventually in a couple of years you'll see less of this, hopefully, or they'll be better about it.
Yeah, I don't know. People are gonna figure that shit out at some point, inevitably.
So Drew.
Yeah.
Just like you this week, I spent most of my week playing World of Warcraft this week.
Cool.
Because we're 1 week away, as of when this show goes live, before Battle for Azeroth comes out, the newest expansion for World of Warcraft.
Yes, it is.
We're going to play the fucking hell out of Battle for Azeroth. I'm so excited for it. This week we had the War of Thorns, which is basically the event leading up to it, where basically the Horde burns down Darnassus. Which is crazy.
That seems problematic.
Because Sylvanas has gone crazy. She's the current war chief, and the whole the storyline itself. The quests weren't that great because you have to do some quests sort of progressing through it. But they have this amazing cutscene that is just this amazing hand-drawn cutscene. It's called Warbringers Sylvanas on YouTube on the World of Warcraft channel if you're interested in looking at it. It basically tells like Sylvanas' origin story from Warcraft 3, but then also shows how that relates to the current events where she basically just decides to burn down the World Tree because she wants to basically deny the Alliance from getting this new resource called Azerite, which is kind of like the life force from Final Fantasy VII, where it's basically like the life force of the planet. So the more they mine it, the quicker their planet dies.
Yeah.
Essentially. So like the Alliance is like, hey, we should like mine this carefully, and Sylvanas is like, fuck it, we're taking all of this shit for ourselves.
Yeah.
So It's really interesting, and I'm really interested to see because this week we're getting the retaking of Lordaeron from the Alliance. So I'm really interested to play that angle of the story.
Yeah, because Lordaeron's been in the hands of the Forsaken for a long time.
Yeah, ever since the Frozen Throne.
Yeah,
essentially.
So that used to be like a very important city for the humans in like Warcraft lore.
Yeah,
and there's a whole big thing with like what's his name, the prince and Arthas and how like that. That's his essentially
story revolves around.
That's a huge chunk of Warcraft 3 is basically the fall of Lordaeron, right?
And this is something they've been hinting at ever since Cataclysm happened, like a few expansions ago. Where basically the cataclysm caused by Deathwing caused the plague to start to dissipate from Lordaeron.
Right.
Because the main reason why the Alliance never tried to take it back was because the plague was basically still airborne.
Yeah.
So like humans would get turned into zombies essentially. But that's sort of lifted now, so they're able to sort of invade that region.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So I'm interested to see how that works. They again released another cinematic called Old Warrior, where it basically shows this older horde orc warrior as he sort of sits along the perimeter of Lordaeron as the Alliance forces start to invade, and it's just this really awesome cinematic. So again, I love the lore stuff they're doing with World of Warcraft, and I'm really excited to play the hell of the expansion itself, and I will be playing it a lot because I will be streaming my entire leveling process from level 110 to 120, Drew, which is probably going to be like 30 hours.
Cool.
In 1 week.
I remember when I liked Destiny for like a day.
Yeah.
And then was so disappointed in it.
I remember when I tried to play with you and you were asleep.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just ran into
you
a wall.
were running into the wall and it was like, rock.
I have a habit of falling asleep playing games.
Yeah. Or passing out. Falling asleep or passing out.
Both?
Fair.
See, I still haven't gone back to Destiny since then either. Like ever since Curse of Osiris came out. I think that was the last time I signed in.
But now you're back.
Curse of Osiris.
No, I'm playing World of Warcraft and not Destiny.
Curse of Osiris was
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
The stuff that Curse of Osiris gets you to do in a vacuum is really shitty, but doing that stuff and doing the stuff for Warmind makes it a little bit like those two as a thing together are a lot better.
Yeah.
You checking that out?
And I haven't actually the other game I should have been playing this week, but I haven't. It's Octopath Traveler. I talked about it last week.
Yeah, I can see it on your shelf there.
I've hit a wall because I'm at the point where I'm at, like, I finished 4 of the character stories of 8. The other half, though, I'm like, they're not even close to being leveled to the point where I need them to be to finish their stories.
So you got to grind them out.
It will basically take like 5 hours of grinding to do. And I haven't been in the mood this week to do that, so I haven't gone back to it, unfortunately.
Oh, that's not good.
So that's still my problem with that game. Way too much grinding. A lot of just running around in a circle, just triggering random battles, because it's random battles in this game.
Yeah.
So it's like, just run around in circles for 5 hours. Triggering battles.
That sounds like old school JRPG stuff and not fun at all.
No, it's fun one bit.
Again, it's that is the fact that there's random battles combined with the fact that your inactive party members don't level with you. It's just it's too much like an old RPG, which again for some people I think they like, but for me it's a bit of a turn off. So that's why I'm hesitant to. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish that game. But to be fair, it rolls credits once you finish one person's story. So in a way, I've already finished it. It's just I want to see all of it to the end, but I just haven't done that yet. And also, I played Mega Man X Legacy Collection this week, and I haven't played too much of it. First of all, Drew, you really like X3.
Yeah,
I've never owned X3, and I've never really played it. So this was this week was the first time I actually played X3, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can confirm that Mega Man 7 is still terrible though. The PS2 one.
Yeah.
Game.
So my favorite thing to do in X3, there's a bunch of like secret stuff you can do in X3 where like if you they're the 3 sub bosses, if you kill them in the right order and do some right things, then what ends up happening is there's like a little cinematic thing where essentially Zero dies and gives X the Zero Saber. And so like for the last part of like the Wily Castle, you have the Zero Saber and it's like fucking awesome.
It's still really weird that Zero dies in like half of those games.
Yeah, Zero dies a lot.
He does,
and then it just comes back. And fun fact, Zero meant to be the original hero of those games.
Yep.
They decided that Zero was going to be too different than Mega Man, so they went and they made the X character instead.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Neato.
That's those are your Mega Man X facts for the day.
Yeah. My favorite games still at this point of that whole series are the ZX games, right. Which were kind of combined a little bit. They're a little bit Metroidvania, a little bit Mega Man. Surprised I would like that shit.
Really? You would like Metroidvania games?
Yeah.
Combined with Mega Man?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Yeah, they're on the Advance, I believe. Yeah. Or the DS, one of the two.
I think actually there was a DS entry, and then there are 2 Game Boy Advance entries.
Yeah.
If I remember research correctly. Anyways.
So yeah, I've definitely been wanting to play the X. I was gonna buy this. Awesome? I was gonna buy the second part because those are the games I played the least out of all of them.
Yeah,
I was gonna buy that first.
They're also the weakest games by far.
Yeah,
like the 2 that are really good in that one are X5 and X8.
Right.
Which is weird because I don't remember actually liking X.
X4 was the first PS4 one.
Yeah, and that one's on the first collection.
Not awesome. Not a great game.
Well, actually, the gameplay in that game actually holds up surprisingly well. It's just the cutscenes are terrible.
It's a weird thing. So
it's got such terrible voice acting.
That's one of the first times, like, as well as X3, I think, where you can play through the whole game as Zero, but like it's more sort of like fully implemented. Because Zero doesn't get weapons like Mega Man does.
Right.
He gets new moves, and they're all sort of like vaguely. They're almost like fighting gamey kind of, and the way they execute. It's really weird.
They're like the Hadouken.
Yeah.
Except you can have a whole bunch.
Like the spinning Zero Blade thing and a bunch of other weird shit. Weird games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The emulation holds up really well, and I like the collection overall. So I would recommend it to someone who.
What are you playing it on? Did you say this on the
PS4?
PS4. You should be playing on the Switch. Shame on you.
The PS4 controller has the best D-pad.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Like, I wouldn't want to play that on the go. Like,
I do.
With the fucking crappy ass D-pad on the Joy-Cons.
Oh, God, I want to play it so bad on my Switch. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's just like coming home. Playing Mega Man on Nintendo just feels right.
Yeah.
You know?
Just don't play Mega Man X7. It's really bad.
Brock's looking at me like I'm from outer space.
I just keep hearing X, and all I can think of is my new Jeff Jam game.
Yeah.
X gonna go give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
All right, let's run through new releases and get the hell out of here. So, this week, Dead Cells out this week. I'm hearing a lot of really good things about Dead Cells.
I'm pretty stoked on Dead Cells.
It's also a Metroidvania game, so it might be reality as well.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter World comes to PC this week. It's been the best-selling game on Steam for 4 months now. But it hasn't been out yet. It's finally coming out this week. Madden NFL 19 out this week. That's how you can tell it's like the beginning of the fall season when Madden comes out. Clearly.
Fuck Madden.
We have
taking out Colin Kaepernick.
We Happy Few's out this week.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I'm playing it.
Yeah. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Or I guess we won't because you won't be here.
I won't be here. I'll be in Vancouver.
Broccoli's in Vancouver hanging with his moms.
Yep.
Rockstargaming.com.
Yeah.
We'll find out there. Overcooked 2.
Woo! Overcooked 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woo!
Fight the devil with cooking.
Indeed. Okami HD comes to Switch. Fantastic game if you like The Legend of Zelda, especially Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Like
I'm definitely picking that up for my flight.
Yeah. It's another chance for you to pay for Okami yet again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also a 100-hour game, so it should be some fun. It should be
perfect
for your plane trip.
Great. So if the flight just decides to stay up in the air, I can hang. I got a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be circling for 100 hours. Hope you bought Okami HD on your way to Vancouver.
Also, Seth Rogen is now the voice of Air Canada.
Well, speaking of Seth Rogen, Brock, for the second week in a row, there's a Yakuza release this week.
Of course there is.
Yakuza 3 Remastered comes to PS4 this week.
Nice.
Last week it was Yakuza 0 on PC. This week it's Yakuza 3 on PS4.
They're going to run out of Yakuzas here pretty soon.
They're just going to remake all of them.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah.
There's only 2 more after that.
Well, then they'll remake them again.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
You gotta get your Yakuza on PS5. Anyways, before we go, Drew, let's go.
I'm at D McMill on Twitter, and go to www.game-moves.com because that's a website.
It is a website,
and there's written content there, and
is there though?
Yeah, there's some new exciting stuff coming to the website. When I can't tell you because it's it takes a while to do these things, but be prepared.
It's a secret to everybody.
Yeah, including you because I haven't even told you yet.
That's true.
I think I just had an acid flashback.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, that was weird.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here now. Are we starting the show?
Do you want to plug some? Do you want to plug some stuff?
Is this where the show starts?
Is this your Roseanne Ambien moment? Where you're like, everyone's like, did you hear the shit Brock said on the show this week? Holy fuck, that guy is a monster. Let's boycott him. And you'd be like, no, dude, I was on Ambien. I can explain it. Yeah.
Well.
No.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Okay.
We're closing the show.
You're plugs.
Giving your plugs.
Give us plugs. Not your hair.
You can you find me on Twitter at Brock McLaughlin, BrockStarGaming.com.
Yes.
And
Here it comes.
I think there's been enough weird shit said today, so I'm not going to say anything. That's it.
Y'all gonna leave me hanging like that?
Oh, I'll leave you hanging.
Cool.
Yeah.
In Fortnite.
Yeah. Hi, Sean Capri.
Yeah. Go follow Sean Capri on Twitter if you haven't done that yet.
Because he needs to get to 1,000 followers, and he's damn close.
Also, he's just a damn fucking cool guy. It doesn't really matter.
He's going to be here in September.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out with him.
Yeah.
We're gonna smooch and everything.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
There's something I was going to say.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out Greg Miller together when he comes to town.
October.
Yeah.
GX. Well, we also got to meet the people's champ, Nick Scarpino.
Nick Scarpino is also going to be there.
All video game champs, Nick Scarpino. Also
coming up at the end of the month is Fan Expo. Y'all do anything for Fan Expo? I said last year we're going to do something for Fan Expo, and then now I'm kind of like, I don't know.
I'm going to be there. I always go to Fan Expo. You kidding me? I never miss the cosplay babes.
Yeah, I'll show up for sure.
I don't go one day.
Yeah, maybe I'll shoot a video. I don't know. I need to email those guys.
Now that they have officially announced that there's going to be a Blizzard booth there, I feel I need to go
that's worth going for. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, if you see us, if you're in Toronto and you're going to Fan Expo,
say hi.
Come say hi. You'll know it's us because we're degenerate, filthy bastards.
Yep.
We'll be the most degenerate, filthy bastards in the building.
Yes.
No, that's not true.
No, that's definitely not true.
Yeah, people get way outdo us there.
Yeah.
As for me, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan Turford. That's TURFORD. I will have details about my World of Warcraft streaming plans next week.
Cool.
Because again, it's going to be a big thing. It's going to be my entire week. I'm very excited to basically spend all week with you folks on Mixer. So I will tell you all about that next week. I'll also have another video game monthly unboxing this week, so look forward to that. And yeah, game-moose.com, and go to our Twitter page, game_moose_cast, on Facebook at facebook.com/game-moose-podcast, and check us out on podcast services around the globe. Anyways, for Drew McMillan and Brock McLaughlin, I'm Ryan Turford. This has been episode 133 of the Game Moose Podcast, and we're out.
Watch Fortnite.